Could the Jets get any more incompetent? I had the pleasure of watching 3 Jet games in person this year. The Cowboys, the Bills, the Dolphins game, all 3 blowouts. I feel your frustration. Through it all, though, I still feel the Jets made another mistake. Let's break down why benching Zach Wilson ended whatever sliver of hope the season had. The Jets were by no means playing great football, but coming out of the bye at 3-3, they had 3 winnable games in front of them against the Giants, Chargers, and Raiders. If they win those games, you can see the path to Aaron Rodgers returning and potentially the playoffs. They win the Giants game ugly, but a win is a win, and then they lose the next 2, and then they get blown out in Buffalo. Yes, Zach didn't play great, but were those losses all on Zach? Most of the media and fans love dunking on him. He's an easy target that gets clicks, but I've never seen someone covered with such ferocity. Every single turnover, missed opportunity, inaccurate pass is judged and held against him. The fact the kid's able to keep a smile on his face and not completely break down is an accomplishment on itself. When Aaron Rodgers went down, people said, all we need is a game manager. Don't turn the ball over. Hit the plays that are available and let the defense do the rest. For the most part, Zach did exactly that. He was definitely not unleashed in this offense, but was that the plan? From weeks 3 to 7, he only threw 2 picks. I think most would have signed up for that. Yes, the fumbles have been bad, fumbling 9 times and losing 5, but he's also been sacked 38 times, which is 3rd highest in the league, bringing me to the first clear problem with the team. We are rolling with 2nd and 3rd stringers across the O-line that are clearly not up to the task. The Jets have allowed 32 sacks over their past 6 games versus 14 over their first 5. This has clearly impacted Zach's output as well as the inflated fumble numbers. With the O-line having similar issues last year, the fact that this wasn't addressed by Joe this season is on him. If Aaron Rodgers were healthy, would he be playing at an elite level behind this line? I think we all know the answer to that. The rushing attack, which was supposed to support Zach, has also sputtered behind the O-line. Breece Hall has rushed for under 28 yards in 4 of his last 5 games. The running game simply has not been there. It's been beaten to death, much like the Zach talk, but the play calling has also been very bad. Hackett is struggling so much with play design and calling that the out-of-pocket comments from Sean Payton are starting to look a little more credible. Seriously, watch how Sean McVay schemes up plays for Kyren Williams. A nice back, but nowhere near the athletic talent that Breece is. Yes, the O-line is an issue, but you need to find ways to get the ball in your best playmakers' hands. Speaking of playmakers, we don't have many. Outside of Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, there isn't much that will scare opposing defenses. Zach has to thread the ball into tight windows just to make regular completions. This is not sustainable over the length of a game. We need a hit on some plays where guys are schemed wide open. Let's get back to why Zach should have never been benched. He simply gives us the best chance to win over Tim Boyle or Siemian. Yes, Boyle was more decisive. He got the ball out quicker at 2.36 seconds, faster than any Zach start. But he was still sacked 7 times. For all of Zach's faults, he's the most mobile quarterback on this team and can buy time with his legs or make plays with his legs. He also has the biggest arm and has shown that he can pick up big chunks of yards that the other quarterbacks will struggle to do. Even Vegas knows it was a poor decision as the line shifted by 3 points when they announced Boyle as the starter. The other main reason to keep rolling with Zach is to complete the assessment. Playoffs are essentially done. Let him play out the string to see if something clicks. Boyle and Siemian aren't in the long-term plans, but maybe Zach has a slight chance. Slight. You have to see what's there. Open the playbook up. Let him be aggressive. Get him out of the pocket. Attack the field and not worry about turning it over. If he fails spectacularly, at least you know and you have no doubts about taking a quarterback in the draft next year. But no. The Jets either caved to fan and media pressure or made the change way too late in the season and the damage is done now. They won't go back to Zach after benching him because it'll be admitting they messed up. He's all but probably done with this team. And to think, had they not designed this whole team around the desires of a 39-year-old quarterback, maybe Zach's career with the Jets would be different. He was never supposed to play. He was supposed to learn this year, but he got stuck with Aaron's OC. Aaron's wide receivers, Aaron's backup O-lineman. They never brought in a veteran quarterback in case of emergency. Zach certainly did not live up to his end of the bargain so far, but the Jets did him dirty this year.